Welcome Aries to my channel, Rainbow Wizard. I will be doing a reading for you for the middle to the end of June. Aries, I hope you all are doing amazing. It is a general love reading for the most part, but I actually recently more and more as I evolve also tend to pick up other messages, and I think also my readings could be changing. You might notice my readings are longer and so on, but I'm aiming usually, I've always done 12 signs, but the thing is that in the past when I started, it's only a couple of years, I could do it almost full time, right? And I'm really passionate about all signs. So, but now since moving more into the career that I was doing most before, it takes up the week. So then I have to treat this as a hobby, right? So it's more that if you treat, I can't have two full-time jobs in a way, you probably understand, even though I want to. So I tend to do, the time that I have, I tend to just go with the flow, let's say, and get involved with the type of readings that I feel like it's fun, and more so than feeling that, I have to look at the time, I have to consider this and that sign, I don't want to upset anyone, because then it becomes like a job. So anyway, that's where I'm at. So if you don't see all signs, it's not because that I don't like a certain sign or something like that. It's just I have to treat this currently as more of a hobby, but that can also change. So whenever I have time, I do love to film and do these readings. So that's where I'm at. So Aries, wow. There's if these are suitors, if this is the same person, it could be you as well. Well, the Emperor, of course, that has a Aries symbol in it. It could be you moving into, you have control. You are moving out of an erratic energy into feeling in control. But I do pick up for the most part, Aries, that it's a higher learning for you at this moment, connecting with your spirituality about a union. So if you have if you have been in this union before or not, or whatever the state is, you are thinking about the spiritual impacts it has on you. Now, this person you are dealing with, the relationship could be immature or it's premature in a way. So it has not evolved because someone could be immature, or the way they come forward is immature, you cannot go any further. So it is the activity, this person, even though this person feels and believes, and you believe that you have a spiritual connection, that it's a counterpart. I'm picking a lot of twin flame energy this week. I did just Scorpio, and it ended up being as long as a twin flame reading suddenly, and it was almost exactly the same duration, and I don't know, something going on. So that's why I also see, and when you do listen to readings, that is a lot of the same thread. Anyway, for you, most importantly, we're talking about you, Aries, and your feelings and where you are. You are coming into a place where you will act on what is a higher learning, spiritual. It has meaning to you. That is also because you have left certain aspects of yourself, maybe in the past. It could also be that you have left a certain type that you have in the past been interacting with. Now you don't want to interact. For you, it's burning all the skeletons in the closet. And because you are doing that, because you know now what you can or can't accept, your boundaries, what you're drawn to, is you're very sort of clear in your way what you want here. It's so this person around you, there's one person that at least shows up here first, that is someone that didn't face their fears. So because they didn't face their fears, their communication is hardly anything, right? They could make themselves known. They are constantly someone that could be a bit of havoc around them. They're very slow, one step forward, two step back kind of thing. And they they can also hear, they also know, and maybe that's what's happening, if that they are actually going to speed up, then it will be a tower moment. This person could also juggle, they might have a child, there might be some secrecy here. This person is very secretive. They don't show everything about them. But you over here, Aries, it is very powerful cards here. You're very, you have gone through something that could be a tower, or you have gone through and learned a lot about certain aspects in your life. It's a very spiritual cards, the Death card, the Hermit, and the Hierophant. Here, you might have gone through also a choice saying, actually from being absent about what was causing heartache or sadness or something that happened. To overcome it, you strengthen yourself by pulling away and looking at what's logical and practical, what you're learning from. Also, the Hermit can be that you decided to improve something about your health, for example, and that was could be just to stay away from someone, that your mental health was better, for example. The Hermit is very, very, very good for us. Personally, I used to be very, I think I didn't have more time because I always had 24 hours a day, right? Never changed. But sometimes it can be that you go into a place of not communicating so much with socially, maybe, or it can be that you are sort of getting a health regime where you are starting to exercise and you are starting to see this evolvement and you get very hooked on it and you feel better, and because you're taking healthy choices, something like that. Because of these healthy choices, you have stayed away from a bit of havoc as well. and stayed close to home in a sense of building and constantly watering your plants, because Seven of Pentacles it's very crucial. It seems like a dull, boring card. I'm sorry, I don't know why I have that in my throat. But you realize by just staying grounded and saying, yeah, maybe I don't have the wealth that I want right here and now, but if I accept to follow the book, how to get there and follow this, there will be rewards along the way. Now in love, this person, as you see and experience them, was that they're a hot mess at the best of times. They can be a bit spiteful in their words. This could be just someone that likes to rant a little bit, maybe, or just don't think before they act. They're a bit of a noisy person, right? You feel a bit of noise with them when they come forward. So it is clear here that you have taken this higher learning, understanding that what your person needs to look like, and maybe you're dealing with an air sign, but because the way they're very slow, they didn't look like that. The person that you have a spiritual connection with, their soul, right? Because you are with their soul. The way their facade around them, that's not how you've seen them, right? And it's also, of course, how you see them versus how they see themselves. Anyhow, the way you see them and how that status of your connection, you've seen that, okay, I have a close connection to this person for whatever reason, but no, my heart is not happy about it, and it's actually been tough. I just, there is nothing to there is no cups here. There was, and then something happened, probably a tower, maybe it was over as quick as it started, but this soulmate union, it did happen. It always happens for a higher learning. It was meant to be. It's always meant to be. It's not just happening for no reason and an accident. Even though maybe I would say when you're encountering these knights behavior, regardless of the gender, that could feel quite disturbing, and you think that is an accident. If I didn't go to that place at that time, I wouldn't meet that person. My life would be a lot better. Probably I would be with someone like that from the beginning, and you could have said would have, could have, should have as well. But here you are, and I do think, Aries, you are moving into a time where you do not feel regret. You don't feel any sorrow. You feel healed, I see. And because you feel healed and your slate is wiped when it comes to any ache or any dispute of any kind that you felt, and it's almost gone, which is a great place to be. So when you're facing this person or anyone else, you are not going to face them in the Five of Swords, most likely. You will be able to face them and say, well, you keep over there and I will see this union for what it is. But if you come towards me with that, you know, again, I will not feel anything because I don't really feel anything, but I will, you know, I will just ensure that I don't communicate or so. You will not have any space in my life. So it's that attitude or that way you are moving forward, I would say. But something is happening that is a change. There is a silence, a change around you. Quiet, it's a quiet before the storm. The Death and the Hermit, right? It is that you could have pulled completely away from the usual crowd, the usual routine, something that you have done for, if that was something you did for the last 11 months, then for 1 month, you just disappeared. You disappeared you had to do something for yourself, and that was for your own reasons. But for you, when you come back out again, that is for you a new beginning, right? Through your eyes and your soul, that is going to be your new beginning and a new journey ahead. So now the person that you're dealing with, this is someone that in their current environment. So we're going to ask, who is this person? And what is happening in their current environment for Aries? Yeah, they have also overcome, it looks like this person have gained strength and overcome a difficult time by actually surrendering into their own work and doing what it takes. So gaining maturity as well with the Strength card. So if this person was avoiding their duties, feeling sorry for themselves, running around causing havoc, maybe arguing because they wanted to, their way to get what they wanted was to argue. Something about they have to, it's that, okay, they have to work. They won't like it or they didn't like it, but it's actually bringing them happiness. So this person is something that's happened to them where it's, how can I explain? I don't know if anyone have ever, if I was to explain my own experience. Okay, let's say when you have, after Christmas, when you eat a lot of bad food, right? And you can't imagine it, like you just, that's great. I wake up, I eat this food, it feels so good, right? Watch some movies, I'm really having a nice time. But then when you come to end of January, you are like, you don't really feel that nice, you start feeling sluggish and so on. The first week when you decide, okay, I need to cut these out, and your mind will be telling you, oh, it was so much nicer when I was, having access to what I wanted. Why would I have to be healthy like that? I'm starving, right? But if you push through the 3 days, I don't know if anyone done that sort of detox, as you call it, then your mind starts to say, oh, actually, I like what I feel. But you don't know that because you have to push through. So I see this person, something that they have not done, that they are pushing through the 9 of Wands. So that is something to do with the change. Maybe this person have to face a divorce with someone, and they're delaying it, but actually it's more painful to delay it. And it's something they have delayed, about that takes work, and it takes facing fears. It's very uncomfortable, but actually when they get through it, it's been worse for them, and they cause more havoc not dealing with being uncomfortable, because then it just remains, they don't face their fears, but it remains also uncomfortable. So a Tower moment have forced them to do something about it, and your person is forced to end a situation here. Completely forced. This can be to do with their finances and I see it's happiness. It has to do with facing a fear. Strong Pisces in their chart. Wow, what some cards this is. So this person as well, they could have, This can be someone also that is all about their money or all about a certain way of living to have their wealth and money. And that's just that's what they do, right? And they are saying, well, I need to work this much. I need to just do this. I don't have time to deal with legalities, but I'll do it later. So if you're dealing with someone that wanted to continue a connection or relationship with you because they do say they love you, we have this connection, but it doesn't matter if I'm still married, it's not a big deal, I just don't have time for it. Is that type of person. Like, look, I'm in control, don't worry, I got this figured out. But they didn't have it figured out, and I think that's what you realize, that as long as they didn't do that and dealt with their fears about what they had to do to be with you and pursue this connection, then nothing could happen. It was just stagnant. So they are realizing their happiness is, as you said, even you said it to them, or they know that in silence, they know what they have to do to be with you. So as long as they delay it, nothing will happen. There is a telepathic connection with you and them. Strong Pisces in their chart. Strong Pisces and strong Leo. Could also be Virgo, Gemini, Cancer in their chart. So they are trying to tell themselves that, the spiritual connection will sort itself out. Everything will sort itself out as long as I'm focusing on my work, which is great, right? But there's something that are brushing under the carpet that is going to catch up with them here. But that's what's catching up with them is what is going to make them face their fears. And that could be that possibility where they do show up different. But let's find out about that. Aries, what's happening in your environment? What is your current situation? And what is the most likely outcome? Or your desired outcome, most importantly. Right, yeah. Now when you're coming out, it's pitch dark in a way, and you are like, yeah, I wonder what this person is doing. You might be dealing with a Taurus. I think the Emperor, sometimes, it can be symbolizing it is Aries, of course. It has that name. Taurus, I would say as well, someone businessman, very much in control. It could also be I would say a strong business type of acumen type of person, right? Could be someone that seems a bit corporate at times. It's possible, doesn't have to be. This person might be a father figure or someone that's very fatherly as well. There is a family discussion I'm picking up here as well. You're desiring that if this five of this ruckus that is attached to this person disappears, yeah, it is like on paper, this union could be well work. If you're dealing with an earth sign, this could work here, very much so. There is stability. This person there could be two people around you as well, Aries. We have an air sign and an earth sign, Taurus or Virgo. It could maybe be a combination of the two. Scorpio is here as well. Now, so someone is holding on to you, and there will be a message of love. A person that is slowly but surely moving forward to you, Aries, is going to suddenly show up. But this person here is seeking this stability, and it can also be someone that is a friend, or so it's someone here. It is a nice how can I say, I would say this is a connection getting together, and it feels very balanced for you. It also feels fun, but it doesn't have any toxic elements to it. Then, okay, King of Cups. So what's happening also here, Aries? For some of you, could be dealing with two people. That person is either a Virgo, Taurus, and then you're dealing with a Libra. Now, it is also competition for your attention. Now, you have moved out of your, maybe to say, okay, my cup. So you could be, I'm all about the new. Next time I open my heart, I'm sure it is going to be the new. So that's something you will know. But it's also here, because you have, regardless, it seems, regardless of your choice and who's stepping into you, and it's very much in the what's theme this week, it is that you're not really affected by anyone's decisions, or they're not affecting you anymore. Therefore, you are the person at this time that could be affecting someone's heart, because you know very, very clearly what you want, and what, most importantly, what you don't want. You know that very, very clearly here. So it's clear as the day how you will move forward. And because you will have communication from someone that might not there, and whoever this person here is could be someone then from that you already know, that again they are facing the fear, but only because they have to now, and because you feel now they're coming towards you because they have to. Again, you have already pre-made your decision, Aries. Your heart and your actions will guide you here. You already know. You will make a decision and you will let someone down. I will see that, and that could surprise this person. Because what you desire is not what you used to desire. Maybe in the past you went for drama, and that was what nobody wants planned to have drama. But let's say, if you look back on your life, you have different types of relationships, and hopefully they improve rather than not, because there's also having the same type and not learning from mistakes, which is what we humans do, right? But I see in your case, Aries, most importantly, you have learned something, and you are done with a certain aspects of your type, and you have the ability, and you will be attracted to someone here that might not have been your type in the past, but it is in a line also with what you desire. So maybe you decided, again, you did go into a connection with someone based on, what you visualize is what you wanted it to look like, but actually the person turned out completely different, and it made you realize that, okay, there was something you maybe haven't healed with yourself. You can't always know that in advance, right? So whatever that was for you, you will know. We all know what happens within us, how we suddenly change our type in a way. But you have here been, I see very clearly, Aries, the most important part here, more so than the actual person of choice and how you're moving forward, you know clearly how the person will act to also be balanced with what you want. So this is now the difference from before, where you might have looked at an illusion because you looked at the wrong, you were just, there's something about how you connected with your heart were different than it is now. And that is not uncommon for someone that go through this, the hermit and the death. It happens without you even knowing it. And I'm also getting just this, this episode I had yesterday, it might be sort of a good example. It just got suddenly hot in London. I live high up, and there's no insects pest here really. Anyway, opened the door and suddenly there was a swirl of flies, and I'm not used to any of that. I was like, how on earth did that get here? Like in the blink of an eye. So I don't know all the biology about it, but anyway, the whole point is this. Now I know, of course, if you keep the door shut and the aircon on, I should be safe for these flies, because I cannot stand flies. It will bug me a lot. But some might be like, if they're used to it, be like, I don't really care if the flies. I actually rather have the door open because I like the fresh smell of the outside air. So it's something like that. You are 1000% sure what you want, and there might be a little bit of let's say suffering because of it. So you might know, that's why I'm in this hermit. So you could be saying, I am 100% sure that I constantly want to be in a union of celebration and joy and abundance, because that's what I can give. That's what actually makes me happy. And I realized that that's what made me happy after experiencing what was a soulmate union. But it came with so much baggage, but I want this. So I'm sticking with this. Maybe I feel a bit lonely. Maybe I feel a bit, there is nothing happening, but I know what I want, and I will sit here. So it's a little bit like I will sit in the flat now with my doors closed, feeling a little bit hot, but I have to pull out another fan. I can survive, but I will not let these flies come back in. So it's something that you have decided, you know exactly what you will not let in, and you have learned that that's where you're at. So it's and we have so suddenly here it's quite interesting because of your determination and your very straightforward outlook, Aries. It's the new you, the way you go about love, relationships, and you might go about it as in, yeah, I'm actually single, and that's I'm happy with that, right? Because I know what I want. I desire this. I desire someone that I have fun at communication with, that go, you know, they are the Knight of Cups. They court me, they seduce me, right? They climb the ladder. That's what I want, right? You are very sure of what you want and what excites you and how a relationship is built, rather than saying that, oh, this is what I got. Maybe I can move around. Maybe I can try to fit, but you realize because you tried that and it is not your style. It's something that you tried, not your style. You don't want to do it. That's it. And that's where you're at. So, okay. Sorry. What is the most likely outcome for Aries in love? So first of all, there is definitely someone you might reject by not just you're not responding to them, because you are very sure of what your world looks like. So here this person, this is a test. So when you get out of a hermit mode, however that might be, so it's that universe, I'll send you this test. So someone come rushing in, exactly the same as before, very attracted to you, Aries, and they are saying, finally, there you are. Let's do this. Let's do this, Aries. And you will just let this person run by. So they might end up being this, they can't really get close to you because your aura, what you want, who you're communicating with, they can't get through, they can't get to you by force. The Knight of Voice don't have anything on. See here, I see this. So there is someone here that is dead, done and over with, not for real, but here. There is someone, Aries, that you know it is dead, done, over with, and it will never ever gone back to. It might be this person, actually, I'm picking up, that you might be dealing with someone that has a moon sign that is a Scorpio, Virgo, Taurus. So that might be the person that you know, it doesn't matter, you know, they could climb up and tell me they gave me the world, but there is a person here that you know it's absolutely this is a done deal, over and done with. It's you can never have feelings for this person the same way again. That's just something that is there, and it's set in stone for you now. That's that. So there is something like that that's going to be brought to your attention during June, because this person want to communicate with you. So because they want to communicate with you, you are going to also your feelings going to identify, pass a judgment, and there you're going to feel nothing, moved on. Something like that is happening. Right, there was something extreme happening. Now, also applied how it resonates. Can it be someone, there is a sort of a very much of an ending there, but someone will still try to come back from it. Now, moving into the good stuff here, you, because of being sure of what you want as well, Aries, something fun is coming towards you. It feels light-hearted, it feels joyful. Right? It also feels that there is no pressure, because you don't want pressure right now. You don't have to always, open up your heart and go all in straight away. And I think that's what you learned. Your soul, your heart have learned this. But it's destined. It's going to move in your time. Whatever is happening here, I do still feel this person here is someone you have some kind of link with. Again, that doesn't mean that it's someone from the past. It's like something you have in common with them. Maybe it could be anything from, yes, you have met them and they're on your social media many years ago, right? And then suddenly that you meet them, that could be, or this is someone that you know, it is a past here. This person could have air in their chart, picking that up. But they are now aligned with the new you, the way you want to have your, you know, the way you feel completed, drama free, and all that, you feel that is, this is what I want, right? So you are like, oh, I'm glad that I stood strong here. It was hard for you to stand strong. You could have felt like, oh gosh, why am I doing this? So, because there's some sacrifice here as well. What else for Aries in love? What is the most likely outcome for Aries in love? For June. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. Sticking to your guns, sticking to what feels calm, even though it might feel boring. Going the high road, even though it might feel boring. It is going to give you rewards. Now, there is a final hurdle here as well. Something with the King of Swords. There might be legal matter. Someone will tell you about a legal matter. And there is something here about the Nine of Wands and the King of Swords here. So there also is, there could be a war of words between, you will find out a war of words, a war with words between two. If you're dealing with an air sign, you might find out that there has been, this person is in some legal matter or something here as well. I'm picking that up. What else for Aries? What else is here? The most likely outcome. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I also see a person taking a decision in business, is to say that I'm doing it solo. It is ending it for someone else. You could pull a legal, say you get a lawyer, no, this is it, this is my business now, and you're walking away. There could be an opportunity that was presented to you, you're saying no, you're ending it. I'm seeing that as well. There is an end here. There's something that is legally ending, a legal ending that you will know about. Nine of Cups. And for you here, it might be so as well that, okay, you might feel this unrequited love situation for a while, or have to sit in it for a while to get someone to sign a document or something like that. It could be for you to get what you want here, to go towards a spiritual connection. Something of a sacrifice for the time being. I do see that, yeah, you're really sure of where your future lays. Aries, very sure of it. Very sure of it. And you also are here sort of, maybe I will not have this. Something could be a bit, it's that, feeling difficult to say no to someone, because that person might be, for example, if you've had any relationship with this person and again you're saying no, but they have something a bit daunting to come to you, like it is a bit something for their interest or also in your interest. Let's say if it is something of legal matters where you're like, okay, I have to deal with this person because of the legal matters, but it is what it is, so I have to just stay calm. Let's not yeah, it's something about you deciding to sort of I know it's there, done and over with, but I know I just will sit here for a little while, but I'm following the high road nevertheless. I'm following the high road and I will continue to rest and move forward. And you will see that during the month of June, you could take some difficult decisions that are a little bit tough and it is not the route that you planned. But you know that there is, for many areas, I'm picking up here, there is something of acceptance. It's not a bad thing, but that you will not go back to because you're moving into a new phase. Then here, there is a twin flame union. Now, this twin flame union, again, you might have been dealing with someone that was running, that have a block and all that stuff that comes with the person running, and they kept running. And it can be that you watch the twin flame journey. So again, it depends on what you want. And I see for many of you, Aries, that a twin flame journey, as you know, or for those of you that do know, it is the one of a journey, is a spiritual journey, and it doesn't always come with the 10 of Pentacles, which if that is what you want, you might also decide that I have learned my spiritual lessons here. I know what this union is, but this person here, they have a long way to go. I want marriage and honeymoon and the usual stuff. I want this, right? So you will have an option to move forward with a person like this. And it's also going to feel right. You don't only have one person. So again, for those of you, Aries, that, and that's where everyone is different. Like, it's not always that, and that is to say, it's so easy that if I'm in love with someone, I wait for them to the end of the day because I can only love a person. That might be someone that want to be in a twin flame journey. They really just want to love that person for thick and thin, and they don't really look for, let's say, all the other stuff that most will want: children, family, building, legacy, and all that stuff. That is how people want. That's, you can't go outside it. Personally, as an Aquarius, I've been in conventional one since I was 8. I remember saying to my teacher that they asked, everybody said what they wanted to be when they grew up, and I said I wanted a horse, a TV, and I wanted someone. If I did have a husband, the person would have to work, almost on another planet. And I didn't really no hard feelings for my father or set up at that age, but apparently that's what I said. So. Some of us are born unconventional. I have always been unconventional, right? So then you sometimes can be on other journeys. But most people, and I'm in a big family, they go for, they're going for love where they settle down. Now, it's hard for someone, I would say, to understand. People don't always understand people, even though we try to, right? Because you might be someone that have this. Let's say if you are the person that it's natural for you when you meet someone that you want to build and move in and have all that, build a life. Well, or if it's the opposite, that you don't, that you feel, well, for me, I love someone that I meet once a month and I have the best time with, but we speak all the time, right? There's all kinds of different relationships. Probably during the pandemic, you find that out. So, long story cut short, Aries, this is you deciding what you will sacrifice to have what you want, what you desire. And for many of you, what you desire is for sure something a person cannot give you. Therefore, you will stay put on the path of what you can get, because otherwise, that is more important for you than, for example, to be with this twin flame, because you don't want that illusion. So it's something like that, but it's going to be right for you. And you're taking a breather here from it. It's something about you following your inner star. So now it gets interesting here. So we have, of course, the twin flame, honeymoon, wedding here. Now, it is also possible that there is a twin flame union, right? Because that's what the cards also say. And this could also be a transformation. But regardless here, what you want. I would say so. I would say that about your feelings. It's not going to be a complete surprise to you. Let's say if you know who this twin flame is, and you know that right, there's nothing they could do if they were in the same room as you. You would run out. You would never let them in, right? If you know that, then you know that. Then it's not them. But if you know that, if you had nothing on your plate for the day and you would love it time with them, and you know that it would be the best day of your life, of course that says also your soul wants it, right? So you evaluate that. But here it is something about the death card, Aries, that you decide that you can't have more about. It's just, it is as if, that card is, it's that absolutely decided that chapter is over for you. And you will feel victorious. You will feel victorious. You're moving into a time here with a lot of growth, and there is a relationship here. There is a relationship here coming towards you. It's a transformation, equal give and take, working on a connection. There's a lot of communication, moving into, actually, this is what I wish for, and you feel very happy about it, right? There's someone taking the lead. They could have, see, they're taking the lead towards you. I would say that I am picking up as well Aquarius, Gemini, Taurus, Virgo. So these are coming up. You are going to feel happy based on making it is a decision, or maybe someone else is making a decision. Aries, someone is making a 1000% decision here. It's got to do with the Death card. It is as if that could be someone that says, well, I used to drink, and every time I used to drink, you know, this and that happened, and after a lot of tower moments based on it, they decide, well, this was the last time, and they know it's the last time, and then after that they know that things going to improve in certain aspects because the towers were attached to what they didn't let go. So in this place, it can be to do with a legal matter that was ongoing, that someone kept postponing, right? They just kept postponing, saying, let's try again. If it was a relationship, a marriage, for example. It can also be you, Aries, that know exactly who you don't want. This is exactly who you don't want. It's clear. It's crystal clear. You need no convincing. Yeah, set in stone. So it's a good thing. It is a good thing because after the death, it's clarity. It's a new chapter. It's now starting. There's no looking back now. It is no looking back, but it's also a change. A year of the ox, and I was thinking of that before. Year of the ox could be 1985, for example. Year of the horse, 1990. Year of the rabbit, double confirmation. Year of the rabbit. So this could also be a combination. Or with the ox, I think ox rabbit, horse rabbit goes, but I think ox and horse can be a bit turbulent, I would say so. But anyway, you don't really have to look into that. So maybe you are choosing between a rabbit and a horse. That's weird. Well, a horse is more expensive, but you can make more use of a horse. But no, just joking. It's, yeah, there could be that personality. Horse is also related to Gemini. Rabbit is Pisces, right? It's also you. I'm seeing Aries. It's that a new phase of your life is starting. And it's something that you want that you didn't want before as well. Maybe you wanted to, there's something about your profession where you know, okay, do I have to look abroad? Do I have to improve my skills? You are here accepting what is required for you to do to get what you want, because when you didn't, that's what you've been speculating about here, and you healed from, and you are very clear of that. I see you, this reading is definitely for someone that is, you are a go-getter, very smart, strong willpower. You have the ability and the resources to you that you can get what you want. But you might be someone that if you were with a wrong partner, it could have tested your confidence, because for whatever reason, maybe you felt that I'm not good enough in a relationship. Maybe I failed in a relationship. There can be a lot of things with confidence. It doesn't have to do with one thing, like, oh, it's the way I look, or my age, or what I do. Like, it is something that you might have experienced with a relationship, love, that you realize it's, it doesn't have to be this way. The new me, it doesn't have to be this way. So yeah, upwards and onwards, Aries, you are sure what new beginnings look like to you. You are sure what habits to kick, what people to kick out of your life, what tomorrow looks like, or what it's that when you wake up, you might sort of have decluttered your place, and I wish I did that sooner, right? This is the start of the day, or it is that, you have been planning something here, Aries. What you have accepted also, most importantly, what you have to do within yourself to get what you want. So it's a big change. I think that you could have done a lot of work that people don't even know that you've gone through. People don't seen it yet. You're stepping out as this new Aries, right? See, the new Aries, Emperor, 3 of Cups. You're ready to ramble. You're ready to celebrate. You are just ready. I would say it's about the way you feel. You feel good. You're going to feel good and energetic, and it's that something is new. Something is new, and it has to do with a part of your life that was you let go of, that was just held you back, and you are not held back anymore. Aries, you have several suitors. Some of you decide to be single maybe, and you become that powerful business person or powerful person in business. That is you, and it's about celebrating your success as well, right? It's very much that you know what that looks like to you, and you're very proud of it. You're very happy about it, and you're like, yes, I'm so glad that I made that decision. It's a great decision, and when you go through the death period, it always feels, you wake up and the routine might not be the same, but now you can do the routine you wanted. But it's something big. Something big. It hasn't been easy to decide, but when you're deciding, I'm going to tell you, it is what is going to be the answer. The answer and your route to continuing success as well, right? Aries are the born leaders. Most Aries that I know are very successful. You know what you want in life. So even though if you're looking at as a love reading, right, just that, love is just a small aspect of, it's just a small, and most of the time it's not even on anyone's calendar. But here it is very much for you to do what you are happy with. And I actually see you are not really prioritizing that. You know what a relationship needs to look like. For many of you also, Aries, it is that, I know what this person might look like, but I want this to go slowly, but I know what it looks like, and I'm not going to rush to get there. And at the moment, I'm feeling great of what it is. And maybe I want this. So it's available to you, but no one is rushing you. It is going to be the right balance, all dimensions of your life. And that is the key. All the right things will come to you in the most unexpected ways. You're on a journey of discovering your life's purpose. You're going to master your material reality in the future. And lastly, learn when to say no. Yes, avoid clutter. Slow down. Quiet your mind. And I think that's exactly what you've been doing here with great results. Aries, pleasure doing your reading as always. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and have a great day.